So the WNBA this season has been creating a lot of attention for themselves. More people are watching than ever before. And frankly, it's because of the Caitlin Clark effect. Whether Caitlin Clark is at home or on the road, she is selling out stadiums. People are coming to watch Caitlin Clark. And they just recently signed a new TV deal where they're going to get an estimate of $2.2 billion. So that's averaging out to $200 million a year. Now, Cheryl Miller this past week said it was a low ball offer, and she would like to have at least $8 billion. Well, Rob Parker has something to say about that. We'll play the clip in just a moment. But my first initial reaction is Rome was not built in a day. But here's the reality for Cheryl Miller in the WNBA. You haven't made a profit. You are losing apparently another $50 million this season. And then you're a small league because you just got Caitlin Clark. And she is helping you sell out stadiums. She's helping you sell jerseys, sell Wilson basketballs. And you want more money. The reality is you got to build it slowly. Before this year, the WNBA was being paid for by the NBA. They still take care of you today. But you're going to get a 300% increase and you're still complaining about the offer. Be grateful. Because here's the thing. When it comes to the WNBA, you got to market yourself appropriately. If you're acting like, oh, we need more, you're being entitled, you don't live in reality when it comes to business, well, fans are going to be turned off by that. You are trying to build an audience right now as we speak. And the thing is this, Caitlin Clark is the main attraction at this point in your league. You have to accept that. So when it comes to stadiums out there, she is filling them out. Do you see Angel Reese selling out stadiums? Do you see A'ja Wilson doing that? No, you don't. So you just have to realize, okay, this is where we are right now, and we're only going to build from here on out. When you look at this from a business perspective, the investor is not really interested right now. And the reason why they don't want to do business because you haven't shown to make any money. Ever since you've been in the league, the NBA is taking care of you. But now this season, you have more people watching because of Caitlin Clark. The All-Star votes were up. People were watching the All-Star game, but you still want to complain? That's not a good look. What Cheryl Miller should be focused on more is the current impact these players are having on the league. Talk about Caitlin Clark and her impact with selling out jerseys, selling out Wilson basketballs. She's selling out stadiums, whether she's at home or on the road. Talk about Angel Reese and her impact, how she had that double-double streak, how she was battling out with Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year at one point. Market your stars. Talk about A'ja Wilson and the Aces who have the potential to go on a three-peat. They've won 2 straight titles. Market A'ja Wilson. She could end up being the GOAT in the WNBA if she gets a 3rd title. Have you seen her resume? It is impressive. Talk more about Arike's performance at the All-Star game, the game that you coached in. I don't get the whole complaining because it doesn't help your brand. You want to market this product. You don't want to act entitled. You don't want to act like, oh, we need more. No. Pump the brakes on that and just build from the ground up. Because if you want to get that type of incentive, you got to make a profit first. It's really that simple. Now I'm going to go ahead and play Rob Parker's clip of what he had to say about Cheryl Miller's comments, and I'll give you more of my thoughts.
Cheryl Miller, is this on? Stop it! Cheryl Miller, I get it. You know, you had the microphone, somebody asked you a question, so you decided. But what Cheryl Miller doesn't understand, that before this year and Caitlin Clark, the W in WNBA stood for welfare, okay? That's what it stood for, Ephraim. And for years, for 29 years, they've been taking the 160-ounce box of Frosted Flakes with no sugar on it and the government cheese from the NBA as this league lost money. Hand over fist. It lost money. And now all of a sudden, a 300% increase ain't good enough. Cheryl Miller, stop it. I got news for you. Caitlin Clark is the Harlem Globetrotters. When she goes and plays, they show up and the numbers are there. They still getting 5,000 and 6,000 at these other games where Caitlin Clark is nowhere to be seen. They still aren't watching those games. So before you get big and bad and tell us how great it is, even this year with Caitlin Clark, these aren't Robopedia numbers. These are from the Washington Post. The WNBA, the welfare NBA, as I'll call it, is scheduled to lose $50 million this year. So, Cheryl, you want you want $8 billion? Pay back all the money the last 29 years that the NBA put in. If this was a real business, Ephraim, this league would have been out of business 25 years ago, okay, if it was a real business.
I couldn't agree more with Rob Parker. Now, except the part where he called the WNBA welfare, I'm not going to mess with that comment. I don't want to go that far because I'm married, so I don't want to be disrespectful. However, he's right on the money. The WNBA has not made any money. So if you want more leverage, if you want more opportunities, start today with what you have going on. She talked about how there's future players in college basketball that's going to help shape the league. So focus on them. And then when you have a new wave of talent coming into your league, make sure you market them correctly. Because one of the mistakes that the WNBA is making right now is not having Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston, or a combination of those women on the Olympics team. Why? Because we need to see them in action. You also can sell out jerseys, or at least sell some jerseys. But no, you have them watching on the sidelines. I think that's a huge mistake. You go look at what the NBA does with their young superstars. Where's Anthony Edwards right now? Oh, he's playing on the Olympics team. Where was LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony after their first year of playing in the NBA? Oh, yeah, they were playing on the Olympics team in 2004. Why would the NBA do that? Because they want to market their players. They want you talking about them. They want you buying their jerseys. They want you invested in those players. But when you have a group of players that you've never really paid attention to throughout their whole careers, nobody's going to really care about your team. Nobody's going to watch or buy your jerseys for that matter. Let's be real for a moment. Do we see women out here today rocking WNBA jerseys? Is that a popular thing? No, it's not. Do we see a lot of guys rocking WNBA jerseys? No, we don't. That's because the league doesn't market their players. So Cheryl Miller, with all due respect, you're not right on this take. Because the reality is the WNBA hasn't made any money. So if you want a larger deal, earn the investors' trust. It's really that simple. And they have the players now. You've got Caitlin Clark. You've got Angel Reese. Market them correctly, and you will see those incentives go up. You got to increase anyway, so I don't know why we're complaining here. You've been talking about how we need a pay raise. You heard that from Kelsey Plum a few years back. So you've got that going on right now. The league is talking about having 44 games in a regular season. They're going to add 2 more teams, one for next year in Golden State and one in Toronto a year later. So you got to build somewhere. It's going to take time for more people to care, but you got to start somewhere. But if you're sitting here criticizing what's going on, then you look entitled. What people want to see is you just talking about the positive of your league because you got to earn people's trust. I just think it's important to make sure you aren't acting entitled, that you see what's going on right now in front of you, and you just continue to market that and push the league in the right direction. Those are my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what Cheryl Miller had to say about the recent deal that the WNBA got. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.